Patrick Mahomes was on the New Heights podcast with Jason and Travis Kelce, and it was pretty informative. It was pretty funny at times. It was interesting, and there were three things that I learned that I thought were the most intriguing. Number one, Patrick Mahomes pretty much called his own shot in terms of where he got drafted. He said that he wanted to go to Kansas City. He knew the Chiefs had interest. There were other teams out there. Look, it's been out there. The Saints were interested in him. The Cardinals were interested in him. He told the Chiefs through his agents that, hey, you better go up and get me because my understanding is around 12, I'm going to go off the board. And so the Chiefs went up to 10. They traded with the Buffalo Bills to get up and get Patrick Mahomes. And of course, it worked out pretty darn well for Mahomes and for the Chiefs. As the two of them, when he starts, they've never not been in the AFC Championship game at Arrowhead Stadium. 2 Super Bowl appearances, 1 win. I'd say he probably made the right decision. That was pretty cool. Another thing that was interesting was hearing about how he and Travis Kelce have become such good friends. They talked about a story where during Pat's rookie season, they showed up late to a walkthrough because Mahomes had about 8 alarms set, as he put it, but he forgot to charge his phone, plug it in. And so he woke up, looked at his TV, and saw that he was running late. And he got to Arrowhead State, or he actually got to the facilities at Arrowhead. And he was late, had to go up, get the fine. I was asked, were you with Travis last night? Oh, as it turns out, they were together. They ran into each other without having planned it. And so Travis was also late for that walkthrough. That was just a funny story. One of those things. It's kind of cool to, it's such a great friendship now. It's cool to see how it kind of began. And that was one of those early moments. And according to both Mahomes and Travis Kelce, neither one has been late since. And so that's good news. But a funny story. And then, look, just listening to the two guys talk about Alex Smith, you already know that there's a great relationship there, right? You know that Travis and Alex were close. You know, very well documented how close Alex and Pat were and are. But, just listening to Patrick talk about how he stays ahead on his film study, right? How he does third down cut-ups a day early, how he does red zone a day early. It's interesting to hear a guy who's so great at what he does talk about how he learned from a player who is certainly a very good player, but who's not a Hall of Fame level player, but who learned how to be a pro, what it takes from a non-physical standpoint, what it takes from a mental standpoint, from a preparation standpoint, from a dedication standpoint. Listening to Patrick go into detail on it, I thought it was really interesting. And then even Travis shared a story about how they, as a team, there's, I don't know if they still do it, but at the time they did Tuesday night volleyball tournaments with the Chiefs' wives and their girlfriends. And Travis mentioned how he showed up and Alex is in this massive notebook that Travis jokingly said, I couldn't even read. There's so much going on. It's really, really it's a great podcast. First of all, even when Mahomes isn't on it, if you watch it, you already know about that. It's excellent. Travis and Jason are so open and honest and insightful. But really, the episode of Patrick Mahomes just gives you a level of insight. I mentioned 3 things that I learned. I could have mentioned 15. So I would suggest to check it out after you're done checking out the Arrowhead Addict podcast. But those are 3 of the things that I learned that I really enjoyed between the conversation of Patrick Mahomes and the brothers Jason and Travis Kelce.